Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include and a whole lot more, so please stay tuned.
The things you do that you think are small and few are the things that mean the most to me. So just keep giving whatever you're giving, 'cause even when you're giving just a little,
if you're doing just a little, you're helping a lot.
it helps a lot.
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
It helps a lot.
Our top story this evening shows why our community is a place to be proud of. Despite the war in Rwanda, Paul MacDonald, along with 3 other Canadian peacekeepers, brought smiles to the faces of many Rwandan children, thanks to the donations of clothing and toys from residents of Burgeo.
Well, one night I was talking to Paul on the phone in Rwanda, and he mentioned that there was an orphanage there, and it had a lot of children there with no clothing, no footwear, and most of the children only had what they were wearing. And I said to him, well, I certainly wish that we could, help those children out. It was overwhelming, right? First of all, like me and Leanne, we did the theme conversation in the church Sunday morning, and we told the children, just what we wanted them, asked them to do. And then we had education week at school. So Mrs. Doreen Benight, the principal there, gave me the privilege to go up to school and speak to each classroom from kindergarten to grade 6. And I did, and I told them a bit about Paul's military life, and I told them about what was happening in Rwanda and what we had set up for the next Sunday.
There was one major obstacle that had to be overcome: the cost of getting these items to Rwanda.
He said, I know a way, he said, that you can get this clothing and toys and that, he said, out to Rwanda children.
Thanks to your donations, over 1,000 orphans in Rwanda now have clothing and toys.
I don't know how this picture will come out. Tell you that.
The clothes out, so I want to make sure that we. Hi, I'm Makuru.
Do you have a girl to put this?
What do you mean?
Oh. Really?
Oh, hey, ça y fait bien.
Huh? For you.
Oh, that would be great.
Here, bears.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, that's nice work.
This might fit me.
You have to lose weight, but...
Yeah.
It'll
fit you.
Just to make it faster. I don't know if he has any.
Perfect. Perfect. You give all this. Perfect. Sir, why don't you grab a handful?
Yeah, and there's the little girl wearing it.
Just gonna get in here. This little girl here, Don, she had a bullet inside of her face. Gotta get something from this, sir.
Oh, cebosa. Cebosa. There's your Newfoundland. There's the young fella gonna wear it.
We're gonna go inside. You gotta realize that there was a war here a year ago, and tomorrow marks the first anniversary. We thought this would be a good idea to bring it down today, give these kids some hope and show them that they're being thought of all around the world. And as for people of Burgeo, I'd like to thank you very much for all of the things that you did for us. Clothes, shoes, footwear, the business that sponsored getting all this stuff over here. It's much appreciated, and hope to see you sometime in the near future. And from all of us here in Rwanda, Africa, thank you very much.
Say goodbye.
The footage from Rwanda will be shown in its entirety on Wednesday night following bingo. Please tune in then.
Thank you, Canada.
Thank you, Canada. Thank you, Canada. Thank you.
A lot of the activities held for residents of the Calder Healthcare Center's Chronic Care Wing are carried out through the help of volunteers. Since this past week was Volunteer Appreciation Week, a ceremony was held to show these volunteers how much their efforts are appreciated.
I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight. April the 23rd through to the 29th is Volunteer Appreciation Week. And what a better time than this week to appreciate our volunteers by thanking them with certificates, pins, and notebooks. So I'd like to call upon Rod Kosser, Sylvia Starr, and Mildred Tucker to make a few presentations.
First certificate is for Judy Coley. Next one, Trudy Grant.
You going on a run? Oh no, not anytime, I mean. Huh?
Grace Green. We have one here for Shirley Green, but she's not here tonight. She's doing her specific course in Sonata. Corey Ingram. Lisa Mullins. Brenda Strickland. Charlene Warren. Last night I had the opportunity to attend one of those in Worcester Memorial. one, there was way more volunteers there, but I'm sure that this group here does just so much in this place as they do in there. And with limited resources that we had to work on those days, it's good to see people that can volunteer and help us out. I'm sure that residents appreciate it as well as we do. Once again, thank you all.
Yes, I just want to say again thank you to our volunteers. I think all of the nursing staff and all of the other members of the staff of the hospital know how valued the contributions of the volunteers are. And certainly there are just not enough staff to spend as much time with the residents, especially when sometimes it's a one-to-one situation where it's nice just to be able to sit and talk to someone or perhaps to read to them or something. And there just isn't enough staff to do all of those things, and it really makes a difference in the lives of our residents. I think that the motto for the volunteer week is that volunteers make a difference, and I think there's no doubt that they really do. They make the difference between sometimes a very boring life and a life that is more interesting and more fulfilling for people. And we certainly hope to see that our volunteer program will grow. We're hoping to start our volunteer program very shortly so that we have a number of teenagers in the community who are very interested in coming in and volunteering as well. So that program will be going very shortly. And we certainly hope that there will be more volunteers as time goes on. And again, from the residents and from the staff, thank you very, very much. I think well, for all of our volunteers.
Now, I'd like to make a small presentation to the volunteer with the most hours. Now, that would be Judy Coley with a total of 178 hours. I'd like to thank everyone for all their time they put into this volunteer program to make it such a success. I'd also like to thank the following people and organizations. They include Burgeo Lions and Lioness, Ramia Lioness, the ACW, UCW, the LOLRBP, the Ministers, Lay Readers, Choirs, the Brownies, the Innovators, A.J. Matthews Elementary School, Mrs. Tucker's class, and carolers from St. John's Central High, and all the entertainers that took so much of their time to come in for our parties and socials.
And since this past week was Volunteer Appreciation Week, we would like to thank all the BBS volunteers for all their time and effort. Without them, a lot of our programming would not be possible. A.J. Matthews School has a number of COP workers helping them out. These are not members of the RCMP, but TAGS recipients working through the Community Opportunities Pool.
Community Opportunities Pool is a component of the Atlantic Groundfish Strategy. The objective of COP is to encourage fishers and fish plant workers to become active under the Atlantic Groundfish Strategy while voluntarily sharing their services, their time, their skills, and their knowledge with the community.
To date, A.J. Matthews School is the only Community Opportunities Pool program that is up and running with 8 participants.
We have 8 people. We have 4 in our computer lab, working 20 hours a week, 2 in our library, working 20 hours a week, and 2 working as teacher assistants, photocopying, laminating, helping out in the classroom, those types of things.
All of the people working at the school told me that they enjoy what they're doing there. Yvonne Porter, one of the workers, said it beats being at home doing nothing. She enjoys the chance to get out and help the children with their education. Glenn Peterson and Carol Barnes are 2 of the instructional assistants assisting in the computer room. Both agree that they enjoy their work, but say it's hectic adjusting to working with 12 to 15 kids. Peterson City would encourage others to get involved in these projects because with so much time on their hands, it's nice to put something back into our community. Teresa Peterson said that in addition to the project at A.J. Matthews Elementary School, there are a number of other projects that have been applied for.
We just recently got approval for 4 persons for the Sand and Sea Festival. They're going to be looking for somebody for the marketing and the finance, communications and merchandising under this particular festival. We've also got proposals in for the fire hall. That organization is looking at enhancing the fire hall as it is today. I think we're looking at 8 people there. We're also looking at one for the United Church, and they're looking at some repairs and maintenance to the church, to the manse, and to the United Church Hall. We're considering one. It's going to be a community newsletter, a town newsletter, and we have one individual expressed some interest in that. And the other one, I think the final one, is an aquaculture site assessment. There's a proposal in place for that as well.
Since December, a number of firearms safety courses have been put up here in Burgeo. We spoke with the instructor of this course to find out what the course is all about.
Firearms safety course mostly deals with safety of firearms, just like it says. But it informs people about the legislation that is being presented today or what is in VLC 68.
The firearms safety course is an 8-hour course in which there is a one-on-one practical exam which is 20 minutes in.
You are required to have this course if you plan on buying a firearm, or if you're borrowing a firearm, you must have an FAC, or if you need to transfer it to someone else, barter, you must have FAC. The responsibility of the firearms owner to be sure that the person borrowing it has that FAC.
Okay, what exactly is a FAC?
FAC is Firearms Acquisition Certificate, or Firearms Acquisition Certificate right now, and that is in effect now for approximately 15 years.
Okay, is the firearms safety course mandatory?
It is not mandatory right now, but as a VLC 68, if it is passed, it will be mandatory.
Okay, is there any age limits to take the course?
No, there's no age limit, and not upward, but you must be 15 in order to get the bill.
Okay, what's the cost to take the course?
It's $35.
Okay, and how long is the course good for?
Good for life. As long as you don't break the law dealing with firearms, then you could lose it.
Okay, when is this course being offered again in Burgeo?
Whenever we get enough numbers. We need a minimum 8 and maximum 14 for a course.
Okay, so are you taking names now for a course?
Yes, we are.
Okay, who can a person call if they're interested in
They
taking?
can call Claude Strickland at 2246, or if you want to, they can contact me at 2117.
Okay, what would the passing of Bill C-68 mean with respect to this course?
It would mean that you would have to take this course in order to even buy ammunition, and the age limit will be raised from 16 to 18. There's one of the things. Otherwise, another thing, everyone will need to take this course in order to even go hunting or target practice, what you would need for Bill C-68. For example, the businesses, everyone in the store that handles firearms in any shape or form will have to take the course.
Okay, you were showing us a number of firearms here today. This course deals with storage of firearms as well, I understand?
Yes.
Okay, how exactly should firearms be stored?
All firearms in the household, or you remove the bolt, or can have lock on it, I guess. Yes, that's right. These here, and locked up, and then with your permit.
Stay tuned after these public service announcements for more of This Week in Review, including the interview portion of tonight's program.
Support development work in Africa?
I can't. I already have too much to worry about.
I would, if I really believed it would make a difference.
I'd like to, but there are too many problems. I can't. Even if you solved one,
support development work.
USC Canada thinks you can. Not only can we, but we've got to. I'm Bruce Coburn, urging you to play your part. Support USC Canada's work with people in developing countries. That's USC Canada, 56 Spark Street, Ottawa.
For almost a century, there's been a group of people working hard for Canada, fighting for this country. Now they are uniting to keep Canada together. The Royal Canadian Legion supports Canadian unity.
St. John Central High School's drama club, the St. John Players, traveled to Codroy Valley this past weekend where they performed their play, I'm Only 17, at the Regional Drama Festival. Burgeo Boy Scouts held an awards banquet on Friday, January 13th. Amongst the awards presented at the banquet was one very special award.
Good evening, parents, invited guests, leaders, and scouts. It's a pleasure to be here tonight to bring greetings from the town and to help celebrate a milestone in the history of scouting in Burgeo. As most of you know, scouting started in 1907 back in Great Britain. And the scouting movement started in Canada in 1908. The first scout troop in Newfoundland is believed to have been formed in 1910 at Grand Falls. I'm told that the scouting movement started in Burgeo around 1960. Mr. Tucker tells me he was in the first Burgeo troop. He wasn't sure if it was 59 or 60, but it was around that time. I know Burgeo, scouting was pretty popular when I moved to Burgeo in 1968. And I joined the Boy Scouts, and I have to say I enjoyed it very much. I remember going to the meetings, excuse me, where we learned such things as first aid, survival skills, nap time. And of course, no meeting could be complete until we had played some different sport, either basketball or floor hockey. And I have to say, I've attended a lot of meetings since my Boy Scout days, but none has been as enjoyable as the Scout meetings. Just to give you a little indication of what we did as Scouts. We would take hikes to sandbanks. You couldn't drive there then, so it was a full day outing for us to go to sandbanks. And we used to have campouts. We tried to camp out on the 24th of May weekend, but usually the weather didn't cooperate. But I remember one year that the weather did cooperate, and we were all gung-ho, hard to truck to drive us to the end of the road. After we got to the end of the road, we hiked to the brook to set up camp so that we could do some trouting. The brook where we camped was Woody Elbrook. To most of us today, that's not very far. when we say go to Woody Umbro. But to a Boy Scout 25 years ago, we were a long way from home. And I would say I hope that the Boy Scouts here tonight will enjoy being members of the movement as much as I did. The Chief Scout Award that I've been asked to present represents the highest award in the Boy Scout movement. This award is usually presented by the Governor General, but unfortunately he couldn't be here tonight, so it is an honor for me to make the presentation. This is the first time that the Chief Scout Award has been awarded to anyone in Burgeo, and I'm sure that anyone who receives it must be very dedicated to scouting. There are over 300,000 boys in the scouting movement in Canada today, but very few will attain the distinction of Chief Scout. There was less than 30 Chief Scout Awards in Western Newfoundland last year. So without keeping you any longer, I would now like to present the Chief Scout Award to Wisley Green. You have been judged by your peers and scouters to have exemplified the principles of scouting through your leadership, voluntary service to your community, and outdoor skills. In recognition of this, and as an encouragement to your further pursuit of such worthy actions, I am pleased to confer upon you Chief Scouts Award, and that's signed by Governor General, the Chief Scout recognition. So Wesley, it's an honor to present.
For the interview portion of tonight's program, I spoke with the representative of the Salvation Army to find out more about their Ridge Shield Appeal. May is Ridge Shield Appeal Month with the Salvation Army. With me in the studio today, I have Lieutenant Stan Higdon of the Salvation Army. Welcome to our studio.
Nice to be here.
Okay, can you tell us exactly what the Ridge Shield Appeal is?
Ridge Shield Appeal is a service put out by the Salvation Army. It's a time of the year that we go to every home collecting funds to provide services such as Herbalife, where people who have trouble with alcohol. We have some drug addiction centers where people go for treatment, and we have places where if people don't have a home, we put them up. We have several men places that people can go and get service. We have quite a large number of services that is provided, and I'm not able to mention them all because it would take too long.
Okay, is this just in Newfoundland, or is it all across Canada, or?
Well, basically, it's mostly in all areas of the world. The Red Shield in the third world countries, I'm not sure how much goes to that area, but there are some that do go there. If we look at the overall world, I guess the Red Shield helps in every aspect of the world needs.
Okay, when will you be canvassing in the Burgeo area?
We've got the date set now for May the 1st, and we have Verley Domine, who will be looking after the canvassing and getting people to help in that area. What we're trying to do is trying to get as many people as possible to help with us. We know it's a big task. I understand there's about 3,000 people living in Burgeo, and the area is stretched out quite a large distance, and it's nice to be able to get people that would help, and we appreciate everyone's cooperation in that. It's a big task.
Okay, where is the nearest Salvation Army to Burgeo located?
It's in Stephenville on the Hanson Highway.
Okay, is there a number that people from this area can call if they need help?
Well, we provide help as much as we can with regards to counseling if you need some minor help. With regards to relief, we don't provide a big lot of it, because we tried, that's under our welfare help. But the Red Shield, if people have troubles with alcohol or drug addictions, they can call the number at Stephenville, and I can relay them on to another number. And they can call me at 643-3325.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to speak about this evening?
Well, it's, I think we got most of it covered now. I just want to say that it would be a great help if everybody would be able to help as much as they can by contributing to the Red Shield appeal. If we look at the area of Burgeo, because there is no army here, Salvation Army, we're sorry with that. We can't help you in that area, but with regards to giving some indirect help, we don't know what people are coming from Burgeo who will hit some of our centers, and we're hoping that maybe with your help we can help other people in the areas of need where they need it. Without your help, it would be very difficult for us to be able to meet the demands that come upon us to be able to serve these people.
Okay, and once again, if anyone would like to help in canvassing the community, they can contact Verley Down?
Yes.
Okay, well, Lieutenant Hagan, we'd like to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come in and speak with us today.
Well, I want to thank you.
Well, that concludes tonight's program. Please stay tuned now for the Port-a-Port Talent Show. I'm sure many of you are wondering when the bandwagon will be returning. Well, hopefully we'll have a show ready for you 2 weeks from tonight. Until next week, I'm Dave Cooper. Thanks for watching. Good night.